Toledo. Welcome to the greatest show on dirt.
The best athletes in the world are about to enter the battlefield,
but only one will drive away a champion.
Champions don't give up.
And champions don't back down.
They say iron sharpens iron.
What about 6 tons of pure steel? The road to World Finals rolls through right here.
And I'm ready to punch my ticket.
And I'm ready to punch my ticket.
Toledo.
Toledo.
Toledo, are you ready for Monster Jam?
Toledo, it is now time for the very first competition of the event, JCB Racing. In this competition, our 8 Monster Jam superstars have been seated into an order based on a random draw. It's going to be each driver against the clock on this track to see who can get around the fastest and get that racing championship. The winner of this competition will earn the racing crown and also the first 8 points of the event. But all right, let's make some noise. Let me hear you. Who's ready for JCB Racing?
First competitor to the line makes some noise for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. Montana Robbins with 5 JCB Racing wins under his belt so far this series, proving he's definitely one to watch when it comes to speed. Yesterday coming in with a time of around 10 seconds. Hopefully today, shave it off. Check out those racing lights at either end of the arena. Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy will be waiting for that light to turn green. That's his cue to put his foot on the throttle and take it off that finish line. Keep your eyes on those corners. Let's go green. The time for Montana Robbins is 11.033. Once again, that time for Plain Crazy was 11.033. Now we're welcoming his older brother to the track. Make some noise for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. Triton Robbins in a Crazy Train has 7 JCB Racing wins under his belt so far this series. Definitely looking to master the track, but the key here is to stay low and close to that finish line. Let's go green! The time for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train is 10.958. Once again, that time for Crazy Train was 10.958. Next to the track, get those shark attacks ready. It's Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Angelina Knock in Megalodon, looking for her first JCB Racing win. She's got to stay tight in those corners. Let's go green! Angelina Knock in Megalodon did take out that Monster Jam turn cone, which means she will receive a 5-second penalty, making her time for the competition a 16.776. Those corners can make or break the race. You see there with Angelina Knock in Megalodon, her time is 16.776. If at any point that Monster Jam turn cone is knocked over out of that flowered parameter, it is a 5-second penalty. So you got to be tight, technical on those corners. As we move on in the JCB Racing, you can see right here on the video board, just so close and shy of that flowered line. But we've got more competitors to go. Make some noise. He's pulling to the line. It's Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Matt Cody in Gravedigger needs these 8 points. Let's go green. The time for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is a 10.605. That time for Gravedigger was 10.605. That is the new time to beat. Next competitor is bringing the speed and the sparkle. Make some noise for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Coming off a great weekend in Grand Rapids, taking all 5 of the JCB Racing wins. She's looking for racing win number 7. Could it be today? The time for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash is a 10.321. We have a new leader. Once again, that time for Sparkle Smash was 10.321. That is now the time to beat. Next up, let's see those Toro horns in the air. It's Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. Taking a freestyle win last night, looking for JCB Racing win number 2 here today in the Huntington Center. Let's go green. The time for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco is at 12.264. Once again, that time for El Toro Loco was 12.264. Next up, he took the win yesterday. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. He's had the best racing record so far on the series, proven he can be fast, he can be technical, but you've got to stay low to that finish line. He's looking to take the win 2 days in a row. Can he do it? Let's go green. The time for John Zimmer Jr. is a 9.898. You have a new leader. That time for Terminal Velocity is a 9.898, the fastest time of the weekend so far. But we still got one competitor to go. It's his dad coming to the line. Make some noise for John Zimmer in Zombie. Piloting Monster Jam trucks since 2005, John Zimmer Jr. in Zombie has proven he can tackle a racing track. But can he beat that time? Let's go green. The time for John Zimmer in Zombie is a 10.538. Toledo, that means your winner of the JCB Racing competition is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. This makes a JCB Racing win number 9 for John Zimmer Jr. so far here this series. He claims the first 8 points of the event and looks for a repeat of yesterday. Give it up for him one more time, John Zimmer Jr.
John Zimmer Jr., it's just as we've been explaining, that slow is smooth and smooth is fast, and you really look very smooth and controlled behind the wheel of Terminal Velocity. Can you tell us a little bit about the semblance, that marriage that you have between you and your truck when it comes to the racing competition?
The biggest thing for racing, especially when it's timed racing, it's just yourself against the clock. Smooth is fast. Don't overdrive the turns. Just take it smooth, nice and slow turns, result in quick times. That seems to be working out for me so far this weekend, so I'll take this one.
And now, with your foot married to that gas pedal as well as you do, we're coming up on your favorite competition, which is the two-wheel skills challenge. And of course, it can't be a challenge without the Combo King coming out and actually laying down some combos. So will we be able to see a couple of those from you today?
Definitely will, for sure. You know, skills is one of the coolest things we get to do in these Monster Jam trucks. We're driving these things out here like they're RC cars, getting them up on the nose, back on the back wheels, back on the side wheels, getting wild and crazy, and it produces some pretty cool moves and even crazier crashes. We're just getting started, Toledo, this afternoon. Y'all have been a little bit too quiet, though. I know you guys have been loud. Let me hear you guys. We having some fun?
John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity claims the first 8 points, landing himself in that top spot of first place. In second place with the second fastest time is Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. You can see she's got a total of 7 points. The time that they finished in the racing competition determines their point standings right now. Zombie in third, Gravedigger in fourth, Crazy Train in fifth, sixth place, Plain Crazy, 7th, El Toro Loco, and 8th is Megalodon. But right now, we've got 8 more points on the line and around the corner with our two-wheel skills challenge. It's coming up next. Toledo, this is your first opportunity to be the official judges of Monster Jam, and these drivers are going to be counting on you. You're going to use your smartphone and judgeszone.com to judge the crazy maneuvers of stoppies, poppies, wheelies. We want to see them up on 2 wheels. We might even see them up on 1 BKT tire, but they're going to match the energy you bring, so get ready for the two-wheel skills competition coming up soon.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the Monster Jam Mini Jams race. And I've got my buddy Owen right here with all the pressure on the line. Here's the deal. You're gonna get 3 choices for Monster Jam trucks. You gotta choose which one you think is gonna be the fastest. And if you win, you get to take yourself and your friends over here to the driver post-show meet and greet. We're gonna get to meet all the drivers, get all the autographs. It's gonna be pretty cool. Are you ready for this kind of pressure?
Yeah.
It's all on the line right here. Are you locked in?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna take a look at that video screen. Here are your 3 choices. You got Zombie, you got JCB Digatron, and you have Sparkle Smash. Which one of these 3 do you think is gonna win our race?
Zombie.
Zombie, no hesitation, Zombie. All right, let's get them onto the line. We got 3, 2, 1, send it. Zombie's coming out in 3rd place. Oh, and what is going on? Do you still feel confident in your pick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt at all.
I believe in comebacks.
Are you watching the race right now? He passes the 2 other competitors, coming around another turn. These turns are crucial, Owen. You never know what can happen. We got Sparkle Smash, JCB Digatron making a move. Coming on the inside, it's gonna come down to the last and final jump. Zombie takes the win! And because of that, that's right, yep. Thank Owen over here, because he's going to be taking you guys to a pretty darn cool experience. This is for you, my friend, the post-show. Show my camera guy over there so that way you can see it. This guy and his friends are going to go to the post-show meet and greet. If you guys want to go to the post-show meet and greet, check out the QR code on the screen right now. Scan that, lock in your spots. Sales and right before halftime, we got a couple more spots available for this event, post-show meet and greet. Get your spots locked in.
We are ready to kick off our second competition, the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. And we said it before, this is where you become the official judges, and we've got Carlos in the stands to make sure you're geared up and ready.
That's right, Keaton. With the help of our expert judge here tonight, you guys are going to help crown our champion. Remember, you guys aren't just spectators here. Get on judgeszone.com. When these ribbon boards go red, that is your time to shine, your time to go on judgeszone.com, type in the code TOL, and lock in those scores. But all right, enough talking. Let's get back to the action. Make some noise for the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge.
Hola, James. Estoy lista para enseñarles mis trucos de
Monster Jam fans, that is it. Scoring is open. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Let's go to judgeszone.com right now. But you know what? Let's make some noise. Give it up for Angelina Knock in Megalodon and lock in those scores.
One thing for sure about Angelina Knock in Megalodon is, I said it in the beginning, she's a fearless driver. She's going to go out there. She's going to take the risks, and sometimes this is how it ends up. But you know what? That was enough for her to be eligible for a score. So make sure you are submitting your scores. Here in the Two-Wheel Skills Competition, we're going to watch these drivers teeter on the edge, and sometimes it's going to end up like this. So let's see what you guys thought. We got the scores officially locked in. The first score to be told, let's hear it for Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Her score is, it's a 3.365. Only one of two attempts in there, so that right now is going to be the score to beat.
Monster Jam fans, we told you about this earlier, and Monster Jam is doing a really cool partnership, and we're gamifying it a little bit. So if you take a look at the video board right now, we have a partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and we've got a QR code on the screen. The way that it's going to work is every event. Shout out to Angelina Knock and our recovery crew. Awesome job getting her back up. So what we're going to do every event is we're going to name a St. Jude ambassador of the event. If you guys want to donate to an amazing cause, an amazing partnership, and then once you get to there, you can assign your donation to go towards a certain driver and see if they can be the St. Jude ambassador of the event. We'll tell you guys all about it later on. There's the QR code. It's an awesome cause. It's an awesome organization, and we hope to see how much money we can raise for such a great cause.
We've got great cause off the track and on the track. Take a look at the Super Glued to the Action replay. Angelina Knock in Megalodon, kicking off the Two-Wheel Skills Competition. Check out the approach here. I want us to be able to really see that one moment where, in a battle between defying gravity of control and precision, comes around the corner here. Check it up, on two tires and just a little bit forward of that momentum pulls her over the wrong way. The body of Megalodon can propose a few difficulties, so it's another thing that she's got to master out on the track, but it is nothing that's going to stop Angelina Knock in her tracks, quite literally. We've got the best of the best technicians. Looks like just a little bit of body damage, but if anything is going on, our pit reporter, Karina, is definitely going to let us know the scoop for Team Megalodon. She's kicking off the competition and starting off the scores, but remember, with 7 more competitors to go, get ready with those smartphones because we are taking your scores, the expert scores, and it's going to determine the destiny for these drivers.
That's right, and that's one of the most exciting parts of a Monster Jam. High risk, high reward maneuver there, going for that nose wheelie. She's really pushing herself in this competition. Like we've been talking about, her strongest competition used to be that third competition. So now she's got to move over some of those moves. Normally she hits a reverse popper on a different obstacle. Tried to push herself today, didn't work out. But Keaton, I like to see it when drivers are continuing to evolve, even though we're only halfway into the season.
You know what, you're right, Carlos. And I was speaking with Angelina. She feels the pressure of being up against some tough competition with not as much seat time as the rest of the drivers. She has to try these moves. She's got to put it out on the track because, you know, unlike other sports, these drivers, they're not getting hours and hours of practice time in. They've got one chance to prove it to the fans, and it's in the competition. So we get to see competitors like Angelina Knock absolutely lay it down. It's the kind of person she is, but also the type of competitor she is.
This is also probably a good time to remind everybody that if you look up at the screen, there's the QR code, and there's some of the moves that you guys are looking for. But I think it's time to get back to the action. Keaton, let them know who's coming up next.
It's time for those Toro horns. Give it up for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. Toledo, he's still got one attempt remaining.
Toledo, make some noise for that crazy bull, Fernando Martinez and Toro Loco. Judgeszone.com, only a couple seconds left to lock in those scores. Remember, Judgeszone.com, lock in those scores.
Toledo, keep up that energy for Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco. One of the best two-wheel runs we've seen from him. I might even argue to say this entire season. So a fantastic run. What a game changer. Let's check it out. The current score to beat right now is held by Angelina Knock in Megalodon. It's a 3.365. The score for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco is... It's a 9.108. We have a new leader. Next to hit the track, it's time to clear the tarmac. Make some noise for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy.
Scoring is open. Scoring is open, Toledo. Let's make some noise for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. Scan that QR code, type in the code, slide that BKT tire all the way up to lock in your score.
Montana Robbins making things interesting in the two-wheel skills competition, coming out looking to make your job as a judge a little bit harder. 2 really successful attempts to switch up and shake up the competition here. Montana Robbins, you see him getting a ton of speed to find that sweet spot. Then he's able to pop that Monster Jam truck up on 2 tires, and the amount of control and precision it takes to keep it balanced, definitely something to be said. And we're getting those scores locked in for you, Monster Jam fans, and for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. So we got the official score. Let's check it out. The score for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy is... It's a 6.943. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Next to the track, it's his older brother. Make some noise for Triton Robbins in a Crazy Train.
Us a little extra with that combo there. Saved it. Make some noise. Triton Robin, Crazy Train. Judgeszone.com. Get on Judgeszone.com right now. You guys got about 12 seconds left to lock in those scores.
Toledo, if you are not scoring at Judgeszone.com, you absolutely have to be after that run by Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. You guys got yourself extra combinations in there with some crazy saves out on the track. Nothing makes combinations better than a crazy save. I don't know, Toledo, that was pretty good. Let's check out the scores. We got the current score to be right now. It's held by Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco with a score of a 9.108. The score for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train is... It's a solid score. You decided it was good enough for second place. It's an 8.961. Next to the track, he took the win yesterday. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Make some noise. That was John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Back and forth across the pod, front tires, back tires, every which obstacle on the pod. Lock in those scores. At the end of the day, it's you and the expert judge who's gonna crown our champion. Couple seconds left to lock in those scores.
John Zimmer Jr. out on the track, stringing together those moves, giving you guys a crazy amount of combos. Absolutely insane. As long as he's got 2 of those BKT tires touching that pod, he can string together as many combos as he would like. So let's see how you guys liked that run. We've got the scores locked in with that current score to beat, held by Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. It's a score of a 9.108. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is... so close, another solid score. It's an 8.993. You decided good enough for second place.
Well, now we all saw how Angelina Knock in Megalodon took a bit of a tumble during the 2-wheel skills challenge. As you can see right behind me, the team is hard at work making sure that this wonderful Megalodon truck is up to its pristine shape. It's a little bit of just cosmetic damage. And as you can see, I have a piece right here with me. Definitely not an easy thing to do because most of the body is made out of fiberglass, but the actual teeth themselves, not sharp at all, are made of foam. And a lot of these Monster Jam trucks that you see out on the track have a bit of a combination of both of those materials, where the body is primarily made of fiberglass and a couple of the details are made out of foam. So of course, we're gonna keep you up to date with Megalodon. She's getting a nice little cosmetic shift and we'll get her ready for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Thank you, Karina, for that update in the back. But we still have more 2-wheel skills competition left. So let's go ahead and take a look at our leaderboard and see where we're at. You just saw terminal velocity, got a score good enough for second place. Fernando Martinez and Toro Loco, good enough to maintain that 9.1 spot in the top of the leaderboard. We've got Crazy Train and Plain Crazy after that. And then Megalodon rounding out our top 5. 3 more competitors left. Make sure you keep those phones on judgeszone.com. You guys are gonna play a part in crowning our champion. All right, it looks like we are ready to move on to the next part of our competition and come back to the 2-wheel skills challenge.
Really crucial time here in the 2-wheel skills competition. We've just seen terminal velocity John Zimmer Jr.'s score revealed. Now yesterday, he took the win in this competition, was definitely looking to do so here again today. But you know what? It was Fernando Martinez yesterday who stood in his way from a clean sweep. So here, moving on into the competition, you can see how those rivalries and those consistent competitors can definitely make the competition a lot more interesting to watch. Now, Carlos, you've seen it yesterday where Fernando Martinez stood in the way. I mean, what do you think today of him now having the lead in this competition?
Well, first of all, we gotta acknowledge that recovery team. Looks like Angelina Knock is gonna be back. She's gonna be able to perform in that last competition. We've heard Matt Cody talk about it. Every competition is important. Every single one of those points. We're playing the long game. We've got a series to go, so it's super important that our technicians can get into the back and bring her back. All right, we got another truck coming up. I know you know who it is. Keaton, tell Toledo who's coming up next.
Make some noise for your next competitor. It's Jamie Sullivan in a Sparkle Smash.
Scoring is open. Scoring is open. Give it up one more time for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. 20 seconds left, actually less than that now, less than 20 seconds left to lock in those scores. She did the 2 attempts, so she can get a score. Take into account everything that she did, go to judgeszone.com.
Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash headed into this event here, sitting in that 3rd place spot. So she feels that pressure when going out and seeing a top score like El Toro Loco's score. She knew she had to go out there and she had to take that risk. So let's see what you thought of that run. See the score you think Jamie Sullivan deserved. We got the scores locked in. The score for Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash is... It's a 6.593. Right now, that's good enough for 5th place.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for one of our Monster Jam fans to test their Monster Jam knowledge. This is Harper. Can you guys give it up for Harper? You're pumped. That smile is amazing. Check it out, Jamie Sullivan's back on all 4 BKT tires. Was that pretty cool?
Yes.
All right, Harper, this is what it's gonna work. This is how it's gonna work. So you're gonna look up at that video board right over there, and if you can get this Monster Jam trivia question right, I've got a Megalodon plushie for you if you win, all right? So here's your question. What are the Monster Jam truck bodies made out of? And you got some choices there. Fans around, if you guys know the answer to this question, help out Harper. All right, looks like she got a little help from her friends. What is the answer?
D.
D, fiberglass. Let's check it out. Great job, Harper. You might want to say thank you to some of these fans around here because they just helped you get a Megalodon Monster Jam plushie. Give me 5. Back to you guys.
Your next competitor is looking for those zombie arms in the stands. Make some noise for John Zimmer in Zombie.
One more time. Make some noise, John Zimmer Sr. Those ribbon boards are red. That means that scoring is open. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
John Zimmer and Zombie, a jaw-dropping performance. We love to see a little bit of that monster truck body pay the price of those crazy maneuvers, and we did see it here in that run. But we've got your official scores locked in. Let's take a look. The score for John Zimmer in Zombie is It's a solid score, 7.419. Right now, good enough for 4th place. Your final competitors ready to hit the track. Make some noise for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Make some noise for the black and green wrecking machine, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Trying to get a little fancy, trying to put together some combos. He knows that you gotta take into account both attempts and hit them well, because it's up to you guys at judgeszone.com to crown our champion.
It is no easy feat to be in that last spot, to have to watch the rest of the competition go out there and perform, but Matt Cody seemed like he knew what he had to do, and you guys get to decide if it was enough. We got the scores locked in. That current score to beat right now is held by Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. It's a score of a 9.108. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is... That's a score of a 7.717. Toledo, this means your winner of the two-wheel skills competition is Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. Fernando Martinez claims the next 8 points of the event. And right here in the Huntington Center, this makes two-wheel skills competition win number 10 for Fernando Martinez here in the series.
Fernando Martinez, you definitely did not come out here to play. Two-wheel skills is definitely one of those challenging competitions that you never really know what your competitors are going to do out here on the track. So how do you decide what you want to come out and lay down on this track?
We've had a long season already, so I've kind of had a good time to gauge what everyone's special kind of moves are. So I try to hone in on that, try to take it from them before they can do it, and it worked out there pretty well. Toledo, you seemed like you like it. As soon as I was done with my first hit, I was like, oh yeah, these guys are eating it up. So thank you guys for claiming me the winner. I really appreciate that.
And then once we come back from our halftime pit report and all of the awesomeness of FMX, we have everyone's favorite competition, Monster Jam Freestyle. How much crazier is this bull gonna get during freestyle?
Pretty dang crazy, and it's funny you asked me that question right now with my crew chief standing right in front of me. He put in some work on this truck here last night, and I guess your hands are warmed up, right, buddy? So we might as well do it again, Toledo. But that That's on your guys' hands. If you want this truck to go crazy, I need you to go crazy. Let me hear you.
So much crazy action, and we are only halfway through our Monster Jam event. It is time for Monster Jam halftime. We want to encourage you to get up, stretch your feet, take a walk to the concourse, check out the food, the drinks, and of course our Monster Jam merchandise that's available to you throughout the entire event. A great way to take a piece of Monster Jam home with you. But after you get up and stretch your legs, you want to make your way back to your seats, because not only do we have Karina bringing us the Northern Tool Pit Report, but we also are going to get to see the superstars of freestyle motocross and so much more. So enjoy halftime, get up out of your seats, but make your way back because you don't want to miss the crazy action headed your way soon. Give it up for TJ Tiffany, Greg Duffy, Scott Murray, and Nick Desmond.
That is right, Toledo. Put your hands together and make some noise for Freestyle Motocross. These incredible superstars are going to take to the skies and get an actual warm-up going on here because they are prepping for the best trick competition to follow. But remember, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So put your hands together, get those flags ready, let's make some noise and get ready to meet the superstars of Freestyle Motocross. Coming up first to the ramp, kicking it all off. Rearing and ready. And remember, we're gonna warm up right now. Get ready for that best trick competition. And our first rider to the ramp is Nick Desmond. Coming up next to the ramp in a shiny green bike, we have TJ Tiffany. Up next, we have Greg Duffy. And last, but certainly not least, Scott Murray. So what do you say, Toledo? Let's make some noise for Freestyle Motocross. Come on, make some noise! It's an awesome double-handed seat grab by Greg Duffy. Remember, these superstars are absolute professionals. And if you're not a professional, do not try these tricks at home. There's an awesome lazy boy there from TJ Tiffany. And a kiss of death from Scott Murray. Got our last round going on. Make some noise! Got our last rider to go. Make some noise! it's fantastic now that all of our riders are ready and warmed up. You guys ready? You guys doing good? Ready? Scott Murray, you ready? All right, Toledo, do you want some more? Well, more you shall receive, because it's time for the best trick competition of freestyle motocross, where our 4 superstars will take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other, giving you their best stylish trick. And we're going to need your help to determine who will win the best trick competition by using those smartphones and heading over to judgeszone.com, locking in your score for each one of our superstars. So Toledo, who's ready for the best trick competition?
Make some noise for your first rider. It's Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam for a total of 4 years. He's been riding for 19 years, and today he's bringing you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ. Toledo, one more time. Give it up for Nick Desmond.
Time to get those scores locked in for Nick Desmond. Kicking off our best trick competition with a kiss of death. And if you liked what you saw, time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com.
A crazy best trick to start us off. And Nick Desmond definitely looking to knock out the rest of the competition, but he's got that tough job of being that first rider and setting the bar for the rest of the riders competing against him. But you guys have a tough job too, being the judges here in the competition. Let's see the final score. The score for Nick Desmond is, it's a 7.167. That is the score to beat. Up next, let's hear it for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany's from Orlando, Florida. He's an international stunt rider, and he has been a part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life and Avengers Endgame. You might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing to you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450. Toledo, one more time. Give it up for TJ Tiffany.
Really cranking it up a notch, it's TJ Tiffany. Time to head on over to judgeszone.com and get your scores locked in for that backflip.
TJ Tiffany making it look easy out there. A perfect textbook backflip here in the best trick competition. So much air and so much momentum, but speed. He goes into it super smooth. It's a really good best trick. Let's see if you guys thought it was enough. The score for TJ Tiffany is, that's enough to take the lead, an 8.953. That is your score to beat. Up next, let's hear it for our next rider. Make some noise for Greg Duffy. Greg Duffy is from Graysonville, Maryland, and he is a 2016 Nitro World Games winner. He performed the world's first double front flip in a professional competition while at Nitro Games in Salt Lake City. Today, he's bringing to you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450. One more time, Toledo, give it up for Greg Duffy.
Scoring is now open for Greg Duffy. Cranking it up a notch with his heel clicker backflip. Time to lock your scores in now at judgeszone.com. Head on over and let him know what you thought of his compared to TJ's.
Greg Duffy coming into the best trick competition and giving everyone a run for their money. You heard Karina say it, that extra level of difficulty And we're about to find out if it was enough. We got the scores locked in. The score for Greg Duffy is... That's a 9.631, and we have a new leader. Last but not least, make some noise for the final rider, Scott Murray. Scott Murray is from Helps, Michigan. He's been riding professionally for 23 years. He's a 2008 Navy Moto Best Trick World Champion, and today he's bringing all of his talent into the Huntington Center on his Yamaha YZ 450F. One more time, give it up for Scott Murray.
Let's get those scores locked in for Scott Murray. Head on over to judgeszone.com and let them know what you thought of his variation backflip compared to Greg and TJ's.
Just when you think it can't get any crazier, Scott Murray comes into the best trick competition, definitely looking to snag that high score away from Greg Duffy. But you guys have got to get the scores locked in. It's up to you and you only here which one of these daredevils will walk away with that title of best trick winner. In just a few seconds, we're going to find out here in the Huntington Center for the second time this weekend. Who will it be? We got the current score locked in. So right now, that score to beat is held by Greg Duffy. It's a score of a 9.631. The score for Scott Murray is so close, a 9.592. That means your winner of the best trick competition is Greg Duffy.
That was an absolutely incredible competition, but Toledo, I want to know, do you want some more? TJ, it sounds like Toledo wants some more. So what do you got?
Oh man, we're down here having fun. You guys having fun up there or what? All right, the boys and I, we got something special for you. We're gonna do something called FMX trains. We're gonna try to get as close as we can together, get us all up in the air at the same time. I want you guys to clap your hands, stomp your feet, make some noise for the boys.
Toledo, you heard the man. It's time to make some noise for the boys, because it's time for the grand finale of Freestyle Motocross, where all four of our superstars will take to the skies, fly from one side of the arena to the other in a single file train formation. And remember, we only have one rule here at Monster Jam. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So buckle up, Monster Jam fans, because they're about to take off. They are geared up, they are ready, they are amped up. Toledo, let's make some noise for the boys. Now remember, I want you to be as loud as you can as soon as they hit that ramp. Make some noise for the boys. Toledo, come on! You know, that was pretty good. But I want you all to be so loud that you blow the roof off of the Huntington Center as soon as you see the boys hit that ramp. Get ready, Toledo. And around in that corner. Blow the roof off. Let all of Ohio hear you. That was absolutely astounding. But what do you say, Toledo? You want to see them? One more time! One more time! Let them hear you! Toledo, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Very very loud. Definitely almost blew the roof off this place. You guys asked so nicely. The boys heard you, and you shall receive. Toledo, Ohio, let's give it up one final time for the superstars of Freestyle Motocross, Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, Scott Murray, and of course, your best trick competition winner, Greg Duffy. Greg Duffy taking yet another victory in the best trick competition. And we all know that you really love your backflips and the variations that there are. Of all the variations, which one is your favorite?
I'd have to go with the trick that Scott did. I think he might have won this competition. That was one of the biggest Superman backflips I've ever seen, and he deserves some props. And yeah, I'm gonna give it to him.
Honestly, that type of backflip variation is very difficult to do because you have to really put your body in a straight line as you're also flipping. So for someone like you that is so experienced in performing tricks like that, what would be your approach to that trick?
Probably, yeah, just trying to get as straight as possible, trying to get underneath of the bike. But yeah, once again, you guys are awesome. Monster Jam's great, has some of the best fans in the world. You guys are getting super loud out there. We could hear you guys the whole time, so I appreciate you guys coming out.
And we definitely cannot wait to see you tear up the track a little bit more later on tonight because we still have 3 more events to go. One more time, let's give it up. Your best trick competition winner, Greg Duffy.
Toledo, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Monster Jam fans, that is the first pass in our freestyle competition. Make some noise, Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Out of the cab, she's pumped up, but it's up to you to score at judgeszone.com.
A fantastic way for us to start the freestyle competition. Angelina Knock does a great job of filling that entire clock during that freestyle run, and that means maintaining control over the truck, being smart about those moves you're making. We saw her take advantage of multiple parts of that pod, different obstacles, so let's see what you all thought. The scores are locked in. The score for Angelina Knock in Megalodon is, it's a 5.806. That is the current score to beat. Sounds like in just a second we're going to get an update from our pit reporter, Karina. She's got some news to bring regarding one of our competitors' trucks. In just a few seconds, we might be able to hear the latest from Karina Encarnacion, our Northern Tool pit reporter.
That is correct, Miss Keaton Stewart. Right now, it is a little bit of all hands on deck back here because it looks like Team Sparkle Smash is getting a brand new third member. It is absolutely wild. All of the teams are very, very busy here, really trying to pump it out and try and getting Sparkle Smash ready to come back out for freestyle. She has been moved later on into the competition. So right now it's a race against the clock to make sure that Sparkle Smash can make it back out. As you can see, we have people from Team Gravedigger, people from Team Toro Loco, Team Megalodon, just all hands on deck back here. So we'll definitely keep you up to date. Keep those fingers crossed and pray for some sparkles and magic that Sparkle Smash will be able to come out for the freestyle competition. Back to you.
Monster Jam fans, let's go ahead and take a look at the video board so that way you guys can remember as you guys are scoring what the criteria is. We want the use of the ramps, creativity, technical moves, those combinations that you already saw, and then we're looking for that wow factor. But it looks like it is time to get back to the action. Scan that QR code, be ready to go. Keaton, let them know who we got next.
Toledo, this next flight might have a little bit of turbulence. Put your hands together and make some noise for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy.
Body coming off the truck. That fiberglass stood no chance. Make some noise, Montana Robbins. Plain Crazy. But it's up to you guys. No matter what we think here, it's up to you guys to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Toledo, I think somebody needs to tell Montana Robbins he may have spent more of that freestyle run in the actual air than on the track. A gnarly run. We saw some big airs, some crazy maneuvers, definitely a lot of speed. So let's see what you guys thought. The score for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy is... It's an 8.529. That is the score to beat.
Coming up next, I've got some Monster Jam fans that are going to help me out in our freestyle competition. Make some noise for Trey and Robin in Crazy Rain! Woo! the rails on that crazy train. Make some noise. That was Tryon Robbins. Crazy train. Head to judges zone right now. Lock in those scores. You guys got about 12 seconds to lock in those scores. Give it up for Crazy Train.
You know, a really good event for Tryon Robbins and Crazy Train in the fact that he's been laying down some serious runs here, even in our freestyle competition. Maybe some rivalry watching his younger brother go first. I don't know, but he's bringing it to the track, so let's see the scores. The score for Tryon Robbins in Crazy Train is... That's a solid score, a 7.530.
Monster Jam fans, it's time for the Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle. Take a look at the video board. Watch that trophy closely, because we're going to have you guess where it ends up. Drop those helmets. All right, Toledo, what do we think? Do we got any ones? Maybe some twos, threes? All right, let's find out. Hit us with the reveal. It's not under number 1. It's not under number 3. Toledo, if you guessed number 2, pat yourself on the back. You got the answer correct. And you won the Monster Jam Helmet Shuffle.
Toledo, it's time for your next competitor, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Morgan backflipped.
Make some noise for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Massive stunts, a big air. Tell us us what you think at judgeszone.com. Judgeszone.com right now. Get those scores locked in.
Toledo, what did you think of the Morgan & Morgan backflip? Absolute insanity by Matt Cody in a grave digger out on the track. Looks like he's ready for a nap after that freestyle run. But you guys have those scores locked in. We got the current score to beat right now. It's held by Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. It's a score of an 8.529. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is a 9.319. That is the score to beat.
Monster Jam fans, it's time for two of our Monster Jam fans to test their knowledge. We've got Riker and Finley, right? Awesome. All right, guys. You might want to take your headphones off for this, guys, because you're going to want to hear this. So we're going to look over there. We're going to test you with a driver trivia question. If you get this right, you guys are going to get a prize. Take a look.
A Monster Jam truck weighs 12 pounds. That's enough. C, the elephant, or D, if you know the answer, shout it out.
All right, guys. Do you guys think you got a guess for me? Yeah? All right. Say it into the microphone.
A.
Which one did you say? Which one? A, C, elephant, goldfish?
C. C.
C. Okay. All right. Let's find out. Hey! Great job, guys. Well, you guys know who's coming up next, so you know what? You're going to walk away with an El Toro Loco plushie. And you know what? I'm going to get out of the way because I think Fernando's ready to go. Let's get back to more Monster Jam action, guys. Freestyle's coming up next.
Let's see those Toro horns for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco.
Scoring is open. Scoring is open. Give it up for Fernando Martinez and Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, we've got less than 20 seconds to lock in those scores. He did complete the 15 seconds required to get a score, so you gotta go to judgeszone.com to lock in those scores for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
A crazy freestyle run laid down by Fernando Martinez here in Arena Championship Series Central. He's sort of proving this competition to be the one that he's on the rise, racking up those accolades and wins. Sometimes you don't end up on 4 tires, but we're about to find out if that risk was worth it for Fernando Martinez because we got the scores locked in. The score for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco is a 7.548. You decided right now that's good enough for 3rd place. But I am getting word we have some news coming from our pit reporter, Karina. Karina, if you're in the back, tell us a little bit about what's going on in our Monster Jam hot pits.
So I'm back here with the driver of Sparkle Smash, Jamie Sullivan. And as you can see, the team is still wrenching away on this beautiful unicorn. So Jamie, you know, you've been to UNOH, you know what these technicians can do, and it really does make a testament to how hard they work. Do you believe that they will have you up and ready for freestyle?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, these UNOH technicians, they're working hard back here. They have literally got the 3rd member out, all the axles out in order to get that 3rd member out, and now they're putting it all back together. So I got a lot of confidence in them. They're gonna come out here and get this truck ready to go so that we can put on a great event for all you Toledo fans.
And as you can see, they're getting really close to the wire, and it's going to be an absolutely exciting moment when you come back for freestyle. What can these fans do to get you amped up and the UNOH technicians amped up?
Oh, you know, we're going to come out here, we're going to lay it all on the line because they deserve it. All these UNOH technicians, they deserve a great run. So we're going to come out here, leave that truck right in the dirt for all you fans.
So make sure you have those unicorn horns ready so that Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash can come out and lay it down for you Toledo fans. Back to you.
Next up in the freestyle competition, he's looking for those zombie arms. It's John Zimmer in Zombie. Keep up those zombie arms, Toledo.
And that will do it. Out of the grave, the undead. Make some noise. John Zimmer Sr. in Zombie. Big Air messing up the pod. Look at that pod. It is unrecognizable after John Zimmer Sr. But what did you guys think? Let us know at judgeszone.com, judgeszone.com.
A crazy freestyle run by John Zimmer and Zombie. And Carlos, you talk about those divots in the pod. What's crazy is to be able to regain control of that 12,000-pound machine as you're taking the impacts of that soft and kind of what looks like a giving pod out there. But so much fun. He looks like a little kid on a playground during freestyle. Let's check it out and see what you guys thought of the run. The score for John Zimmer and Zombie is... It's a 7.513. Right now, that's good enough for 5th place. Next to hit the track, let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Potential trouble for John Zimmer Jr. out on the track. You see his father and fellow competitor, John Zimmer Sr., down checking into the truck, seeing what's going on. John Zimmer Jr. does have communication with his crew chief, Charlie Pauken III, so it's possible that he communicated something to the team, which was communicated to John Zimmer. He's potentially going in to check, to fix, to see what he can do, but with 50 seconds remaining in the freestyle clock, this is a crucial moment for John Zimmer Jr. These drivers are at the mercy of these Monster Jam trucks, which means sometimes driving them means you're driving it till it can't be driven anymore. You can see this crucial communication happening right now between father and son, but waiting on that word. Seeing our recovery team head on out could mean further breakage for Team Terminal Velocity. But I am getting word that that does unfortunately conclude the freestyle run attempt by John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. As a competitor, not the kind of freestyle run you want to leave, and I know John Zimmer Jr. as a competitor, he's definitely frustrated inside that truck. However, this is a testament to how hard he's out there driving. You saw him take the wins in the competition, so give him some support, show him some love, give it up for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Awesome job, Toledo, showing your support for Terminal Velocity. This is also kind of a cool moment that we get because we get to take a live look at some of our other Monster Jam events going on around the world. Over here we got Ashley Stanford, another one on Team Megalodon. About to find out what is coming up. They've got a little bit of a different track setup. They've got racing competition right here. So this is head-to-head. Cody Saucier, one of the best racers in Dragon. Let's see who we got head to head. It looks like, just like over here in Toledo, that track can be a competitor all in and of itself. Can't give Cody Saucier that kind of mess up. Any little mess up, he's gonna take advantage of it. Cody Saucier is moving on in the JCB racing competition in Albuquerque.
A crazy turn of events here in our competition, bringing the action back to the Huntington Center. We did get word from our Monster Jam officials that this concludes our freestyle competition. Sparkle Smash's team will not be able to compete. The competition is crazy, it's unexpected, it's unscripted, which means right now we can crown our freestyle winner, Toledo. Your winner of the freestyle competition is Matt Cody in a Gravedigger. Matt Cody in Gravedigger takes that freestyle win, adding 8 more points to his score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion here today earned 5 points in both the JCB Racing competition and the Two Wheel Skills Challenge, 8 points in the freestyle competition, with a total of 18 overall event points. Your overall event champion is Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Matt Cody in Gravedigger walks away with overall event championship number 9 of the season. Up against some tough competition, coming back from a rough weekend, Matt Cody in Gravedigger says that ends here. He's taking home the overall event champion trophy. Toledo, you helped crown him as your overall event champion. Give it up for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Matt Cody in Gravedigger. What a way to end this afternoon's event, because it has been tumultuous all weekend long for you so far. Finally racking up those points to make your way up in the leaderboard. How is the truck performing now that we are done and we still have 3 more competitions left to go, or 3 events left to go here in Toledo?
Well, hey, Karina, first off, it feels good because it's been a couple weeks since I've got to hold one of these, and it's been frustrating, with truck issues and some other issues that we had, and I know this guy right here has been just as frustrated as I am. My king, the crew chief of Gravedigger number 38, one of the hardest working guys back there. So one quick round of applause for this guy for keeping that truck going. I'm gonna pass that off to him because he deserves that thing. But man, it feels good. It's been a rough going. We've dropped down the points a little bit, but it's okay because we just want to have fun and keep doing the Gravedigger style for you guys, because you guys come out and support Monster Jam and support Gravedigger, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. Guys, thank you so much. We had a blast today. What you guys think of that backflip? Let me hear you.
An incredible night culminates with Matt Cody in Gravedigger taking that overall event champion win here today. We want to thank you so much for coming out, and don't forget to stop by our Monster Jam merchandise stands on your way out to take a piece of Monster Jam home with you. Check out the latest Spin Master die trucks and so much more. And also go to monsterjam.com, get your tickets for Monster Jam World Finals happening in Salt Lake City. It is the biggest event of the year, and we want to see you and your family there. On behalf of my entire hosting team, Carlos Sparks, Karina Encarnacion, my name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.